angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Herbert now. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll look to throw again. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up a throw. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ballgame?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll get this to Nwangu, and they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Touchdown! Kene Nwangu from 13 yards out. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darren Hall. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Complete to DJ Shark. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now back to throw. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined it.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Again, he'll drop to throw. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He'll find Nwangu underneath. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are an extra point away from going up by 30. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted.
Michael Basley set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is swung out to Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Working with a 2nd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. King going to look to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. King going to look to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Herbert now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darren Hall. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run now for Nwangu. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the 1st half, and this one number 5.
1st down.
Handoff here to Nwangu. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 17-yard line.
On the give is Nwangu. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the... And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This from 32 yards away. Badgley's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
King going to look to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
From his own end zone, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First play's a run to Nwangu. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First down, Detroit.
On the run is Nwangu. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Nwangu. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Here's Nwangu. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Nwangu. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run with Nwangu. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that would